Hi, my name is Nancy Lamb, and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer for more than 25 years now. This, however, is my first YouTube post because I need to rant and my friends are tired of listening to me. So I'm going to post. Here is the problem. Canada is facing a labor shortage. Everyone agrees. Employers I've spoken with, news outlets, are talking about it. The Standing Committee on Citizenship and Immigration even issued a report verifying there's a labor shortage. So, why is our immigration system doing the opposite of solving this problem? Why are they making workers we already have leave? There is no direct route that allows people with jobs to stay in Canada. I'm talking about people who are legally here with valid work permits. We've got these great programs that bring in good workers, people who pay taxes and fill job gaps. Take, for example, the International Experience Canada program. This is where young people from countries like France, Japan, and Ireland come here to visit and work for 1 to 2 years. They find places to live, they find jobs, and they settle in. They help our economy by both working and consuming. But when their visas expire, they're not renewable. They don't have a direct way to stay in Canada either, even though their employers need them, even though their communities want them to stay. Another example are international students who've spent a lot of years usually acquiring degrees or diplomas and then finding work in Canada in their field. They don't have a direct route to stay either. The interdependent relationship formed between these workers and their Canadian employers, their landlords, the communities, our communities, it doesn't seem to count for enough to keep them here. So why doesn't the immigration system recognize the need to hang on to our workers in the middle of a labor shortage? Why am I doing mental gymnastics trying to find some way for people who have jobs to stay and continue to do their jobs? It's stupid. It's a waste of time and money for everyone. Workers, employers, Canadian economy. It's like some bizarre game of Survivor, Immigration Edition. Only the repercussions aren't a game. They're very real for these people who have to leave everything they've built behind. Why is it happening? Well, our immigration system is pretty outdated and it's not nimble. It can't switch gears to address the issues that we're actually facing. So you got a lot of people that are just following the check boxes in the government and kicking people out as needed in accordance with the rules. But still, imagine this. You're in a relationship, you've been dating for a year. You pay the bills, you do the chores, you take out the garbage. And then your partner looks at you one day after a year and says, "I'm not sure you're serious enough to move in." Really? You're already living together. Newsflash. But they want to see more paperwork before they let you stay? That's what we're doing to our workers. What we need is simple. If someone's legally here, has a job, and pays taxes, let them stay. Check a few tax returns, interview a couple of the clients, review a few of the projects or the work. I admit I'm oversimplifying it because confirming the authenticity of a job isn't my area of expertise. But it ain't rocket science. It can't be that complicated. It shouldn't be that complicated. We don't have to scrap the immigration system, but we do need a transition program, a smart, fast-track option that lets us hold on to the workers we already have. Because I will tell you that if we keep doing what we're doing, making people who have settled in leave, people that Canadian employers have trained and invested in, these workers, these people, they're not going to come back. They will find another country that welcomes them, that won't make them get out after they've spent years establishing themselves. So let's cut the red tape and let people prove their value by continuing to do the work that we as a country need done for the love of Canada.